sound the retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
Your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
What happened to the darkspawn?
You were injured, and then Mother rescued you. Do you not remember?
Wait, what happened to the army, to the king?
The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
My friends, you mean Alistair?
The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before, yes. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Were my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
Why does your mother want to see me?
I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans.
Thank you for helping me, Morrigan.
You were welcome. Though Mother did most of the work, I am no healer.
I have some questions, if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Are there any survivors besides us?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why did Tyr and Loghain abandon the king?
I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
Are we safe here? Are there darkspawn?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
I happen to be nobility, you know.
I stand corrected.
I think I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
Okay, guys, welcome back to my Dragon Age Origins walkthrough. Let's... Oh, key required. Okay, well, I guess we'll just go ahead and pick up everything that we can. Key. I wonder if I can get the key from Flemth.
You must speak to Mother, then be gone. You have an army of darkspawn to avoid, and 'twould be best to get an early start.
I will go then.
I will stay and make something to eat.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
Takes more than a few darkspawn to kill me.
Duncan's dead. The Grey Wardens. Even the king. They're all dead. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
If you're Flemth, you must be very old and powerful.
Must I? Age and power are relative. It depends on who is asking. Compared to you, yes, on both counts.
Then why didn't you save Duncan? He was our leader.
I am sorry for your Duncan, but your grief must come later. In the dark shadows before you take vengeance, as my mother once said. Duty must come now. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
The Grey Wardens are no more. Let someone else do it.
Of course. Someone else will realize what needs to be done and act in time and with sufficient sense to solve the problem. No need for you.
But we were fighting the darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
Will you help us fight this Blight, Flemth?
Me? I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and darkspawn.
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Loghain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Archdemon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Perhaps we should go to him then.
I suppose. Archdemon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Keep in mind that Loghain was also an honorable man.
The Owl would never do what Tairn Loghain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Archdemond's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn horde by himself.
We need the rest of the Grey Wardens.
I don't know how to contact them, or if they're even on their way. We need to do something now.
You have more at your disposal than you think.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Archdemon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
I doubt it will be as easy as that.
And when is it ever?
It's always been the Grey Warden's duty to stand against a blight. And right now, we're the Grey Wardens.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
I don't suppose you could offer any more help?
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Was this your idea all along?
Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance, whatever the form.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite Ferelden against the darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
I understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
I have no problems with your presence if Alistair doesn't.
From the way he glares, I imagine that answer is clear.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
We need all the help we can get.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
Actually, I have some questions.
I may have answers. Ask.
What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Then you can substitute for Alistair.
Right, my cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
How are we going to get past the darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
I don't sense any darkspawn.
You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
Have you never been outside the wilds?
From time to time, I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
Are you really Flemth's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
It's just difficult to imagine her.
Young? Married? Pregnant? Who said she was any of these things? I certainly did not.
Tell me about this village to the north.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your imperial highway where travelers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there any reason to go to Lothering then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travelers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
I have no more questions.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the Blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Okay, so Alistair approves +4, Morrigan approves +2. That's where it, let's go ahead and open this. It should show our relationship, yeah, right here. Oh, that's turning him. But anyway, he can either dislike us or like us, and it looks like we only have +5, so he's neutral with us. Brody obviously loves us. +100. Friendly. And then we have Morrigan, who is +2, which I would have guessed that Alistair would have been a lot higher than that. We have level ups here, so let's go ahead and level Alistair up first. We have 3 different points, and I think I want to put, what's the dexterity? Dual weapon fighting. Willpower grants more stamina for combat techniques and special attacks. Well, I think I'm going to give him more points to Constitution and Strength. And it looks like we also have one more point. Warriors and rogues can gain access to top-tier weapon talents. What do I want him to do? The character has learned to construct basic traps. No. Combat techniques. Okay, these are the slots that we can unlock. But do I want... We'll go ahead and give him level 4 of... or master him in combat training. And we have 1 talent point that we can give. Shield defense, taunt, and threaten requires level 9. Okay, well let's go ahead and give him shield defense because he uses shield and weapon, or weapon and shield, sword and shield, whatever you want to say. Let's go ahead and put points into Morgan. And I think I want to put more point into Constitution to bring my health bar up a little. And I don't know, what's strength? High strength is essential for warriors. Willpower grants more stamina. Magic. I don't think we have to use magic. I think magic is just for mages. Oh, this magic attribute also determines how effective potions, poultices, and salves are for all classes. Maybe I want to put a point into magic. Rogues benefit most from this statistic, as many of their class abilities and special attacks rely on subtlety. Cunning determines how well a character learns and reasons. So, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and put a point into magic and a point into cunning. We have a level up, well, a skill point that we can put in. Coercion. We have here poison making, or do I want to do herbalism? I think I'm going to do herbalism. Oh, I don't know. I think Morgan does herbal. I think she does. She might do poison making. I don't really know about stealing. Let's go ahead and read and influence others has improved. Let's go ahead and do improved coercion. And we'll do improved tools, which brings us up to level 2, where we can lockpick, disarm traps. So we'll be able to open more chests that we have been unable to open, and I don't think I can get into that chest until a little later in the game. So it looks like this is the end of this episode, you guys. In the next one, we're going to be continuing on to Lothering. I just want to thank you guys so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, and I will see you in the next one. Stay tuned.